Welcome to Glow Getter Guru. Let's go on this journey together to ignite our inner spark and illuminate the path to success and happiness. On this show, we're diving deep into the world of empowerment, motivation, and personal growth. Whether you're chasing your dreams, building your empire, or just need that little extra shine in your life, I got you, girl. Each episode, I'll be bringing inspiring stories, thought-provoking insights, and advice to help us unleash our full potential. So let's be the luminaries we were born to be, and let's light up the world together.
Welcome to Glow Getter Guru.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Glow Getter Guru. Welcome back. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. If you've been here before. Because I feel like we're becoming friends now. Like, I don't know. I just feel like we're becoming friends. And if you're here for the first time, hi, I'm Xela. That's me. And this is Glow Getter Guru. Welcome to you, Glow Girl. Glow Getter Guru. All right, I know you already heard that, but I just was in the mood to say that again. So I don't really have a specific topic that I want to talk about today because I want to talk about a few things. And today is more like a girl talk session that I really need because I've been having these things on my mind. So I'm comfortable. I'm getting myself comfortable. Today I've got my liquid courage with me, a nice glass of wine, the Stella Black, because, I can't with dry wines. My wine needs to be sweet, just like me, just like you. And I have some water because all this talking makes me so thirsty. So yes, I really need to talk to you because my mind is spinning with all the things that I'm juggling. And I know one of the reasons I told you why I'm starting this podcast is so we can relate to each other. We can talk to each other because we juggle so much and it becomes so overwhelming. And I am feeling very overwhelmed, but unexcited overwhelmed right now. So yes. And also my birthday is coming up. So I'm very excited. It's on Wednesday, April 17th. Yes. It's on Wednesday, April 17th. It's my birthday. And I am so happy to tell you that I am turning 29 for the third time. I am just so excited. 29 and fine, sipping on my wine. Anyway, one of the things that I want to talk about today, we're going to talk about a few things because, yes, I'm excited and I'm overwhelmed and I'm anxious and I'm scared and I'm like, what's it called when you're wound up? Wound up is like excited, right? Or is that negative? I don't know. I feel charged up. Um, the first thing that I want to talk about is something that I've really been thinking about, like especially with starting this podcast. So I told in a previous episode, in the intro episode, that like the reasons why I was starting this podcast. I can't remember if I mentioned that one of the reasons I wanted to start this podcast, besides the passion that I have behind personal development and women being individuals and liking themselves and actually living happy, fun lives and prioritizing themselves and the things that they like to do and their needs. Besides that, I wanted to have a place where I felt like I could be 100% authentically myself. And that means that I'm in a place where I can express all the different sides of who I am and my personality, like with the extremes and the not so extremes, my professional side and my just natural bubbly side and silly side and not so smart side and very smart side. Basically, every facet that makes me who I am. I want to have a place where I'm able to connect with you authentically, where we can be ourselves with each other. Because the thing is, I have been struggling with this a little bit over the past few days. Um, I didn't even realize I was struggling with it until like a few days ago. But, I work in corporate. Um, I'm an IT girly. So I work in a corporate environment and I have for the past 11 years. And I am also a biracial woman, so I'm half black and half white. And I just feel, I know we all have to do this, but I can only speak from my experience right now on this subject. And I just feel like my whole life, there's a lot of code switching going on. Like, I can't think of too many scenarios where I could be 100% authentically myself. And when I say code switching, it's kind of like when people are saying, like, I have a customer service voice, like, hello, thank you for calling, and blah, blah, blah. And then they get off and they're like, girl, like, damn, like, I do not want to talk to that customer. Like, they kind of switch up. But the thing is, when you code switch, that's still a part of you. It's just you're presenting that part of you as more polished, in my opinion. That's how I express my code switching. So, like, growing up biracial, when you're with the white folks, you relate to more of the things that they like, even if you like them, and you're less likely to mention the other things that you relate to more like on your black side because it's not it doesn't always feel relevant in those situations. And it's like, um it's kind of also like music preference, kind of like me. I don't really listen to like rap music or hip hop, but I used to a lot when I was younger. But mostly I like pop music or other different types of music. But rap is probably, besides like Megan the Stallion, I don't really listen to a whole bunch of rap. And Flo Milli shit. Like those are my two like rap bitches. But otherwise, I don't really listen to rap. But when I'm with my friends that listen to like some girls, like they listen to like old like 90s, not even 90s, like just kind of us growing up music, or they listen to trap music, or and if I'm in an environment like that, if we're close enough friends, I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, 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 let's play that Taylor Swift next though. But those are for the people that already know me and they already accept me. But otherwise, if I'm in an environment where everyone's listening to rap, I would more likely put on my the side of me that likes rap. And I would kind of suppress the side of me that likes pop because it doesn't really fit the environment that I'm in at that time. And when I'm with my like my black family, I guess I wouldn't do things. I might do things a little bit differently than when I'm with my white family, just because the slang can be different. It's like when you're with different cultures, the slang could be different, the talk you could be different, the mannerisms can be different. But to me, when you're code switching in those environments, like when you're going from hanging to your friends to going to your corporate professional job, those are still parts of you. Like, that's the professional version of you. This is the relaxed version of you. You know, all of those things are still you, but it's kind of like at moments you have to suppress parts of you and you can express more parts of you based on the appropriate scenario or with appropriate people, depending on what environment you're in. So yeah, I had been thinking about this podcast, and because one of the reasons that I wanted to start it was to be able to be more authentic, it's like I found myself thinking, this is the fifth episode. This is the fifth episode. And I was thinking to myself, like, do I want to have a specific topic for each one? Do I want to present as someone who is coaching most of the time? Like, what is my vision for connecting with you? And so I've been thinking about it the last few days. I'm like, one of the main things, I just want to be authentically myself. I'm not here to pretend like I'm some kind of coach, even though I felt like I learned a lot just through my personal experience and witnessing and hearing other experiences, listening to other podcasts and their personal development journeys, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, where I feel like I could help people in certain areas based on the positive outcomes that I've experienced and witnessed. But also, I want us to be like close friends. I want to be able to have both of us freely, express freely. So sometimes I'm super professional. Sometimes I might be moody. Sometimes I'm a really big bitch And, sometimes I'm a little bit ratchet. So it's just like, this is a place where I want to celebrate our authenticity and I want to create a space because we don't have many of them where we can be all facets of ourselves at once. We don't have to suppress anything. And that's been on my mind. So I just felt the need to speak on it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just speaking on it. And I hope that when you're interacting with me, you feel that way as well. Like you can express yourself or you can say something crazy. That's what I love about music, actually, especially Beyonce. I told you I'm a Beyonce fan, and I went to the Renaissance tour, and I think one of those little snippets, she has a million snippets, and honestly, my memory is sometimes really good, and most of the time it's shit. But I think she said something. Oh, it wasn't even the Renaissance tour. It was the Renaissance movie where she was talking about how she loves how music allows her to express the extremes of her emotions. And I connected with that so much because yeah, like you heard about her being very shy over, naturally very shy and things like that. Then you see her music and you're like, this girl is not shy. And then she had the whole personality, the Sasha Fierce. But it was all really just Beyonce. But she allows the music as her outlet to 100% creatively express herself. And I love that for her. And that's something that I want for us. And that's something that I want for me that I can't think of many scenarios besides hanging out with like my very closest friend and being at home with my family where I can be like 100% unfiltered me. And I want that to be a place for you here in this community with me. Because I accept you. I'm a very open-minded person. I'm not very judgmental. So yeah, I just hope you feel welcomed here. And I need to get that off my chest that I'm just so glad to have a place to be with you and to be authentically me without holding back or feeling like I gotta act some type of way. You know, I cannot be another person putting themselves into the world that's not themselves. So I needed to say that. Um, the other thing I told you, my birthday is coming up. It's on Wednesday, April 17th. I can't remember if I already told you that. I probably did. I was just ranting, so I don't know. But it's next Wednesday. I'm so excited. I figured out what I want to do for my birthday. Are you listening? It's going to be so much fun. First of all, it's giving big grandma vibes because I do like to be in the streets depending on the situation. But this year I'm feeling very like low key, very homey, very creative energy. So I've been in my like creative energy lately and honestly I love it so much. But for my birthday, I decided to stay home with my lover, my sexy Latino lover, and we're going to have like a charcuterie board competition. We went to Home Goods and we got some charcuterie boards. Excuse me. We went to Home Goods and we got some charcuterie boards. And yeah, we're gonna have a competition. And I think I'm gonna win because I've been looking at YouTube videos of how to make those like pepperoni roses and different like little flower shapes with the salamis. And I've been looking at different ways to cut cheese to make it presentable on the board and different ways to cut fruit. I have not figured out which crackers are best to go on the charcuterie board. And I need to pay attention to that when I'm at restaurants and I eat charcuterie and I notice that a cracker is really good. I need to start asking, what kind of cracker is this? Because when I have parties at my house and I'm making a charcuterie board, I need the best of the best crackers on that board, with the best of the best cheese on that board, with the best of the best fruit. I'm talking cotton candy grapes, okay? I'm talking those little spiky cut kiwis, you know? I'm feeling like it's a charcuterie birthday. And then the other thing that we're gonna do at home. Oh, wait, I also got some edible glitter. So my charcuterie board, it's a secret, but it's gonna be sparkling. My flowers are actually going to sparkle. So let's see if he can beat that. I doubt it. He's a creative also, so honestly, I'm not a competitive person, but I have a feeling that he might beat me. But it's my birthday, and I feel like he should make sure that my charcuterie board looks better than his. but honestly, he's also not the type to let me win. So we'll see what happens. I've been doing my due diligence. My charcuterie board is going to be top notch. Okay, yes. And then also, I normally get a cake, like for holidays, or something from a friend of mine who owns a bakery called 730 Bakery. Let me make sure I'm getting that right because I need to plug her because her cakes will give you life. They're so moist and so freaking delicious. Yeah, 730 Bakery. So if you're on Instagram, it's SEVEN 30 Bakery. So yeah, she makes the best desserts. She makes a cheesecake sent from the heavens, first of all. And last year on my birthday, I got a lemon cake from her, and it was literally to die for. It was so delicious. It was so delicious. I could have ate the whole freaking cake by myself and sent everyone else home. Yeah, she's good. But I'm not getting her this year because two reasons. One is because I do not want to drive. She lives very far from me. Um, well, the pickup is very far from me. It's like over an hour from me, and I've been making the drives because her desserts are literally worth it. But I just want to chill at home this year. So I decided because I still wanted a fancy cake, I decided to get the cake making kit, and my man and I are going to try. We're going to try to bake my birthday cake together. And I ordered some like edible butterflies, and I ordered like one of those round spinny things that you put the cake on and you try to ice it all smooth. And like I said, I got the edible glitter, so that thing will sparkle. And yes, we're gonna try to bake my own birthday cake, but not like a basic homemade cake. I'm trying to make that shit look like it came out of straight out of Pinterest. Yeah. I'm probably gonna post it on Instagram. It's probably gonna look so mid, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Um, anyways, I know it'll at least taste good because I'm not an inexperienced, like with the kitchen. I'm not inexperienced with the kitchen. So if anything, it might not look good, but it is still guaranteed to taste good because at least I know what I'm doing in the actual baking of the cake department. So I'm excited about that. That might sound really boring to a lot of you, but to me, it's perfect this year. Stay at home, charcuterie board, good wine, baking a cake, and chilling with my man. Maybe watch a movie. Probably not. I'm not a movie person, but we might watch Naruto. I'm watching Naruto for the third time, and I don't know. I'm like 800 episodes into Shippuden, and it's my birthday. I can do what the fuck I want. So we might just have our charcuterie boards on the couch watching Naruto cuddling while the cake bakes. That sounds like a good day. I am so excited for that. I'm so excited for that. Girl, I still have more to tell you. I still have more to tell you. I was listening to another podcast. So I took a course, a podcast course, and there were other girls, other women, grown ass women in the course with me who are also working on their own podcast. So there's a woman that was in the course. Her name is Danielle, and she started a podcast called Trying Matters. So I was listening to it, and she was talking about making new friends as an adult. And one of my goals for 2024 was to find like minded women. In a previous episode, I talked about you are who your friends are. So if you're hanging out with people that ain't doing shit, you might end up not doing shit. So if you're hanging out with people that are inspirational or that are on a higher level of life than you are, then your mindset is gonna want to catch up with them naturally without you even noticing. Because I used to be a runner back in 2017. My best friend, Janaba, and we worked at the same company. That's where we met. And there were a group of people there that ran on lunch every day. And at that time, I was eating vegan and I was working out pretty consistently, but I was not a runner. But I decided to start running with them. And I had never been a runner. And I know like 2 months went by and I felt like I was so bad at running because I was because I was a beginner and I couldn't breathe and I had no stamina. But like 2 months went by, and before I knew it, I was able to actually run during the whole time. And then before you know it, I was running with them every single day. And then sometimes I would go out and I would do 6 miles on my own on the day where no one else was running. And that was because I was running with those people. And that's the same thing with your friends and your goals and your aspirations. So, you are who your friends are. She talked about how, like, kind of navigating, meeting new people as an adult, making friends, and that it doesn't have to be as scary. And I have been stalking this group on Instagram for like over a year because, like I was saying, one of my goals is to connect to like minded women and women that I can borrow belief from when I'm feeling like I'm trying to build a business or I'm trying to, like, eventually one day leave my 9 to 5 and just work full time on things that fulfill me. I'm thinking about the women that I want to spend my time with. So I've been stalking this group on Instagram. They're a group in the Atlanta area. Um, and it's made up of like women entrepreneurs and women that want to connect with other like-minded women or goal chasing women or dream chasing women. And so I've been watching them on Instagram for like a long time. And I finally, after listening to that episode, I booked, I bought a ticket to their networking event tomorrow. And I've been nervous since the second it said confirmation for that ticket. And the thing is, I bought one ticket and I was thinking to myself, should I invite my best friend to come with me? Then I was thinking, maybe I shouldn't invite her to come with me because I need to push myself. If I'm with her, I'll be very comfortable. But I might not be inclined to go and introduce myself to someone or try to have conversations and try to see like who I click with. So it's so scary going to going to this event tomorrow, but I have goals because, like I'm saying, if you want to elevate, you have to change your environment. One of my goals is to have these type of people in my life to change my environment, to help my mindset. I can feed into their beliefs and they can feed into my beliefs. We can bring value to each other and we can enjoy each other's company, like what me and you are doing right now. So I gave myself a goal to introduce myself to 15 people. Just introduce myself to 15 people. And then another goal to connect with 3 people. So if there are 3 people that I feel like an instant energy with, there are just some people that you just click with. Like they have good energy. The conversation flows. It's very easy. Like you can just tell, like you just get this feeling in your aura when you're talking to them. And it's like, this feels good. I feel good in their energy. I feel comfortable in their energy. And they look like they're having a good time in my energy. So I'm hoping to make 3 connections like that and then challenge myself to follow up with them. Like after the event, call them and, reach out to them. Like, how was the event? Are you a member of the group? How has it been for you? And then if I enjoy myself at the networking event, I plan to join that group so that I can provide myself with more opportunities to be in those environments. So I'm sharing that with you because I want you to be doing the same type of thing. I want you to be thinking about what kind of life you want to live. Just forget like all the bullshit you're dealing with right now, whether that's you don't know, you're struggling to pay your bills, or maybe you just lost a job right now, or your um your situation is not ideal at the moment. Maybe your car just broke down, something. And so you're like, I can't even think about the life I want to live because I'm trying to fix the life that I'm having right now. What if you just clear your mind of that and right now and just pretend you don't have those things to worry about? Pretend you have no worries right now. Just pretend. Just pretend. Girl, I know it's hard. I know some of you rolling your eyes like, I'm not going to pretend. It's real. This is real life. Listen, come on, just go with it. Think about the life that you want because we only have one life. I know you know that, but do you know that? We have one life. That's it. One and done. At least that's what we think. I don't know. Shit. We might get beam, beam, beam to another planet. Yeah, I need to tell you guys about my my theory around death. Not my theory, kind of like my fantasy daydream around death. Anyway, I'll get back to that. Pretend you don't have the things that you are figuring out right now that are making your current situation difficult. And think about the life you want to live. Do you want to live in a small house in the country? Do you want to live in a city? Do you want to be able to spend every weekend with your children? Do you want to be able to own 6 dogs and not have to put them in a kennel to go to work? Do you want to be able to work from anywhere in the world? Like, just think about, what do you want? Do you want to live in a mansion? You want a rich ass boyfriend? You want a big Birkin bag, whole 5, 6 figures? Like, think about what you want. And I'm telling you, you can look around on social media or Google, and you can see that there are people living that life. And you know what that means? It's possible for you. And some of those people, even better, it gets even better. Some of those people were not born into privilege. And I know when we look at people's lives, we compare ourselves and we think about the shit that we're dealing in our current situation, and we think things like, that could never be me. They were so lucky. They were at the right place at the right time, or their parents were rich, or they knew this person because of this. It's so easy to do that. But the fact that it's possible means it's also possible for us. It's also possible for us. And that's why it's important to change your environment, because you need people to tell you that those things are possible. The other day, I was with Jose, trying a new, Jose is my lover. That's his name, Jose. We were trying a new brunch spot nearby our house. I don't remember what it's called, because I told you my memory is just like, it's not always great. But we were trying a new brunch spot by our house, and he made a joke like, "Oh, let's, we can have another baby." And I told him, I said, "When we have $1 million liquid in our accounts, we'll have another baby." And then he said, "Oh, basically never." I was like, "Do you plan on being broke forever, or you plan on getting some M's?" And then I told another person, like later, I was like, "Yeah, I was telling Jose, when we have $1 million liquid in our account, we can have another baby." And then they said, "Okay, so basically never." And I don't want to be around those type of people. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't. Nothing against the person, actually. It's just, I can be around those type of people. I just can't have those people be the people that I'm spending all my time with, because I want to meet women that will tell me, if I tell them, when I have $1 million liquid in my account, I'm having another baby. I want the friend who's gonna say, "Well, girl, get to work. Get to work. You can do it. It'll take you a few years. $1 million, that's lightweight. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go have this baby." That's what I want. That's what I want in my life. Because first of all, do you know the price of housing now? It's so crazy. What it like It's ridiculously crazy. I think the median price of a house right now is like $350,000. I don't know. I need to Google it or something. But I think it's somewhere around that. Medium house price. Let's see. I'm just going to look in Georgia. In Georgia, which is where I live, the average home price is $327,000, 174. $327,174. I don't even know how to say that. Anyways, people are obviously making a living because they're buying these houses. And then, up the street from me, there's a neighborhood that has a lake on it, and they have $1 million houses. And the whole neighborhood is full. So it's not like it's impossible to make 7 figures. Lots of people are doing it. Lots of people are doing it. So why can't you do it? Why can't I do it? I do believe that we can achieve our dreams. Your dream doesn't have to be to make $1 million. That's one of my dreams. But basically it's just for the freedom. Like, if I could get to my ultimate goals, if we can get to our ultimate goals, and those things don't involve money, that's even better. So, like, my ultimate goal is freedom, and I want to be able to travel the world with my family, and I want to be able to do work that is meaningful to me. That's my dream. And I also want to be able to retire comfortably. I don't want to wait till I'm 65 to retire. And I want to be able to have a safety net so my son can follow his dreams. And if he fails, we can support him while he figures out what's next. That's my dream. And I need people that know that it's possible, that have done it, or that are also on their journey that might be a little further than me, or people even on the same level as me, but have the belief so we can feed each other. That's what I want. And all of that starts with personal development because you cannot focus on those type of things if you don't know yourself. If you don't know yourself, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not prioritizing yourself, if you're putting everyone else first, when are you going to have time to work on your stuff, on your dreams, on your goals? When? Tomorrow? It's always going to be tomorrow, sis. It's always going to be tomorrow. So you just need to start worrying about yourself. Take care of the other people second. That's why when you're in an airplane, the rule is put on your own mask before you help someone else. Life is like the same way. And I understand there are lots of empaths and they can't help but to connect to people and want to help people and just be selfless. And that is an amazing trait to have. But I feel like it could be very draining. I mean, I've been there and all it's done is get me fucked. So, not saying I won't do it for certain situations or for certain people, but I definitely learned my lesson on putting other people first and not worrying about myself first. And I think being selfish, it can actually be a very, very positive thing, especially when it comes to the things that make us happy or make us fulfilled or make us feel more at peace so that we're not stressed and we're not overwhelmed and things like that. So I'm rooting for you. I just want the best for you and for me, and I want us to work on these things together. So today was just a mind dump of things I wanted to share with you and kind of a little bit of a pep talk. And I hope it was helpful. And I hope to see you come back. And I'll see you next week. Bye, girl. Until next time. Thank you so much for listening to Glow Getter Guru today and for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Do me a favor. If there was something that you loved about this episode or that you connected with, please let me know. Connect with me on Instagram. I can't wait to hear from you. Talk to you soon. Bye.